The first and last mile scheme really is the bedrock of our bus reform initiative. So what the states looked at is the bus reform initiative, which is moving our bus systems from the informal sector to the formal sector, i.e. from an unregulated framework system to a regulated framework system.
Right.
And in order to do that, we have looked at the hierarchy of buses that we will have. So the first layer, obviously, is the BRT buses, high-capacity buses traveling on dedicated bus routes. And then we have what we call the standard routes. And this will be high or medium capacity buses traveling in mixed traffic. You will see them anywhere.
Right.
And then finally is the minibuses that we have, which we call the first and last mile buses. And they really are the ones that are closest to our customers' origin or destination.
Right.
That's the one that will take you from your community to the nearest bus terminal, to the nearest ferry terminal, to the nearest train stations when they come on. The first mile of your journey and the last mile of your journey. So you can do that either with the buses or you can choose to walk. We'll find them as close to you as possible. So maybe not exactly the front of your house, right? But as close as possible. So maybe you'll walk 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes maximum, and then you'll find a bus stop.
Right.
And then you can get onto a bus.
Okay, so
if you look at the total bus route networks that we have sort of identified in Lagos, it's about 480 something. But we realize that quite a large number of that are the first and last mile routes, and we have identified about 285 or 286 of them. And so that's when we roll out completely, that's the coverage that we will have.
Right.
To divide Lagos into zones, we've got zone 1 to 8 in total. So zone 1 is Ikeja, K2, zone 2 is Oshodi, Mushin, Surulere, Aguda. Zone 3 is Yaba, Oworo, Ojoduberger. And Zone 4 is Lagos Island, Etiosa, Victoria Island, Ajah. Zone 5 is Agege, Ogba, Iyano Ipaja, Ifako, Ikotun. Zone 6 is Mile 2, Apapa, Ajeromi, Iyano Iba. Zone 7 is Ikorodu. And Zone 8 is Ekpe and Badagry.
All right.
So we will start with Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4, Zone 5 and Zone 7.
Okay, so 7 zones are...
Motorbikes are not part of our transportation. It's really not part of the transportation scheme for the city of Lagos. So I'm hoping that Lagosians will choose the last mile bus as against the motorbikes, because the motorbikes come with their own issues. Safety of the riders, safety of the passengers that they carry. A lot of accidents were recorded in Lagos for a long time based on these motorbikes that we choose as operators. They have to insure their buses, and part of the insurance will also extend to those who are inside the bus and outside of it if there is an accident. So the buses must carry comprehensive insurance schemes, and that's part of what we have made sure that they have.
Right.
We will have a tracking unit in it, so at any time we can tell within LAMATA or any of our control rooms where the buses are and how the buses are being driven. There's a validator on it that allows you to tap in using the carry card, so there will be no cash collection. So the buses will be tracked. The buses are also uniquely numbered. So every single bus has an FLM number. And so if there's any misdemeanor on the roads and anybody wants to make a complaint, if they quote us that number, we can tell exactly which operator it is and who the driver is.
Right.
So for us, it's about accountability, being able to ensure that the drivers as well as the operating outfit are accountable for how their drivers drive on. The tracker will know. So we will be able to sanction the driver. And we will be able to sanction the operating company.
All right.
And also the people, when we get used to them, we will understand, because each of the buses also beyond their numbers also carry a number on the bonnet of it and in the back. And that number speaks to the route. I've just reeled out zone numbers now.
Right.
So those numbers, every bus will show a zone number. So it will have 03 and a number. That 03 is speaking to the zone within which it should operate.
Right.
The Abule Egba Oshodi BRT is one of our success stories. It's from Abule Egba all the way to Oshodi, and we have the BRT buses running on that route, and the efficiency of that service has cut travel time by more than 70%. Okay. So, for instance, if you travel on the traffic, in the traffic within along that route, it would take you easily 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But on our BRT buses, it is 35 minutes, maximum 45. So really and truly, there is incentive for us to do exactly what the state wants us to do, which is to leave our cars at home and hop on these buses.
Right.
So that's
another landmark.
That's a big achievement for us.
Okay.
Also, it's the influx of, we have put a lot more buses in the system, apart from the BRT buses. The BRT buses are about 80 buses that ply that route, but we actually have putting over 550 buses into Lagos. And so you will see a lot more of these standard buses, the blue and white buses, and they are within the mixed traffic. And we have also augmented some of the buses on Ikorodu axis, the TBS to Ikorodu axis as well. And that's in response to the people of Ikorodu who have asked for buses.
Okay.
We have started the red line construction, which is ongoing.
Yeah, you've spoken about that on this platform too.
Yes.
Okay, that one is on. What about the blue line? How far have we gone with that?
The blue line is also being attended to, and that one too will be completed second quarter of 2020 or fourth quarter of 2022. It will become operational. Right now we're about 80% complete, 86% complete in terms of all systems, but where the civil infrastructure is concerned, the only station that's outstanding is Marina Station.
Okay. During this launch,
this before we came to launch the first and last mile, we had extensive discussions with the NURTW.
Okay.
And part of what we've agreed with them is that they can also form a cooperative and work with us and come on the scheme as well. And obviously, when they come on the scheme, their buses will be tracked.
All right.
One thing we have found is that there's been a lot better collaboration with government from NURTW. Okay. Since we've been talking about this, and they have come
they're
with
welcoming
us.
this idea.
Yes, they are. They've come with us. They've actually come with us on sensitization programs, and they've told the people that they agree with what the government is doing. They should not destroy the buses, and that if they have any issues, they should come back to the National Union, and the National Union will come and speak to LAMATA. So there's dialogue going on, and they like the scheme, and they're talking to us. And what we've said to them is, when they come, they will key into the scheme exactly like everybody else, and they welcome that.
All right. So the question I want to...
really and truly, from where we stand, we needed to make sure we carried all stakeholders along, because at the end of the day, when we are all in, putting hands together to do this work, then there is better understanding from the people, and also there will be ownership from the people. Government has put the scheme out. We, the people, have to own that scheme, because it is when you own it that you will look after it. And like I said before, the NURTW actually said to their members, none of these buses should be vandalized.
Okay.
And they've said that to them in every stakeholder meetings we've gone to. At the launch yesterday, they were there. And because they understand that also they can come and be a part of it. All we're looking for is to move the unregulated transportation system that we have now into a regulated position. And even their own people can come on board and be regulated. Like I say, regulation does not mean strangulation.
All right. It's all about improving the system. Let's talk about training for drivers.
All of the operators that have come and registered with us, they have given us a list of drivers. And every time they recruit a driver, part of what they must do is go for training. And that is also part of what we have put as one of the conditions for them to be a part of this scheme.
Beautiful. All right, then Moses is concerned about the use of Okada. Chibuzo Moses from Ikorodu. He's
up on that enforcement, and we are slowly but surely bringing some level of sanity to that Ikorodu to TBS corridor in terms of encroachment enforcement. So that is one enforcement. Enforcement with regard to the way that our drivers are driving. We do that already with the BRT drivers, especially the ones on Abimbola Oshodi and all the new buses that we've got out there. There's a lot of feedback that we're getting and we're dealing with them. And these ones that are coming on board as well, every operator understands the fact that, and that's the reason we've got the tracker on it, so that we can tell even when your driver is misbehaving. So those are things that in LAMATA we're taking very seriously, and we're taking action to ensure that we can effectively, just like Mr. Afolabi said, if we're not serious about it, then we won't get results.
All right.
And we are taking it seriously.
All right, let's begin to take this home this morning. You said a lot.